Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I want to try something really, really different, and I'm hoping that you'll bear with me because I want to talk about something more personal as opposed to, reading on stuff that kind of really has no real spiritual relevance to any of us. Uh it lies in the fact that how we deal with the specific issues that are going on around us to determine how that's going to affect us spiritually. There's a lot of stuff happening in the world right now that is very, very low energy. And I call it low energy because the people that are involved with it are not a spiritually based in a spiritually based ideology. So what I decided to do was I decided that I wanted to talk to my guides directly through this video. And I got inspired to do this because Libby did a video, and I'm gonna post a link below for Libby's videos because she did something really amazing. She had an amazing upload yesterday, or in terms of a couple of days ago or whatever. But she had this amazing upload where she really just went up and beyond her spiritual awareness of what it was and then what it could be. And this was something that I thought was absolutely amazing. And I thought, wow, it just gave me chills, and I just would love to do something similar to that. And I know that my experiences cannot mirror or reflect another person's experiences. I mean, that these experiences that she had are her experiences alone, but they are amazing. And what she chooses to do with those experiences have an impact on how I choose to do my experiences or what I choose to do in terms of developing my own spiritual well-being. Now, I haven't done mechanical writing, or not mechanical writing. It sounds like a mechanical pencil or something. But I have not done any just automatic writing in like about 4 months. I just haven't felt inspired to do it. And I think part of it lies in the idea that we go through phases in our development, in our spiritual development. And in the last few months, I've been focusing on the cards and on trying to learn the cards and develop a sort of rhythm when it comes to reading cards. And not, I'm by, I mean, just let's just say it straight up. I am not even remotely close to being good at reading cards. But I am allowing myself to develop into a person who could be better at reading cards. So I'm always in tune with the idea that there's place for improvement when it comes to reading cards. When it comes to working pendulums, when it comes to using rods, when it comes to all of these things, I have to go through development of evolution or evolving with these different tools. So today what I've decided to do is I'm just going to try and open myself up to this idea of letting my guides come through me and letting them talk to you through me, either through cards or through pendulums or whatever. I have everything here. I have a new deck of cards that I'm going to use, a new tarot deck. It's called Light in the Mists, and the box looks like this, but the cards are this. And I also have my Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck. So whatever the guides tell me to use, so they told me basically at the beginning, grab this deck, Light in the Mist, because we are seeking out our light from within the mist of all of the things that are going on around us. That is directly from them. They are saying, use this deck if the need arises, because it is the one that basically implies that It has clean energy to it. I haven't used it for political anything. The Gilded Tarot is a wonderful deck, and it's the one I use for just everyday readings. But this one is a brand new deck. It hasn't been used yet, and it has a nice space for new energy to come into it. So everything positive that comes from me will come into this deck, as opposed to all of the chaos that's going on in the world that is in that other deck. So they said it's very important for me to use a deck that is brand new when I'm trying to do this, and to use this deck routinely to express or to dig out some of the deeper energy meanings behind what's going on. And I think that this is going to be very important. I've gotten so many chills right now just talking about this, and I think it's my guides really talking to me here, and they're telling me this is what you need to do. If you want to enhance your awareness of everything that's going on around you, use these decks, use these tools, but use them in such a way that the energy stays clean. And I never really thought much about clean energy, but in terms of spiritual energy. But there is that sense of renewal. There's that sense of depth and of cleanness. So I want to explore that. I want to explore with my guides guiding me through all of this. I don't know where this is going to go. I have no idea what's going to happen here, but I'm going to close my eyes for a moment and I'm going to just listen. Okay, they're saying that you're on the right path. You have the power to do this. You're not alone. As you move forward, always remember to take deep breaths to allow the energy of the world to fill you and infuse you with light and wonder. They use the word wonder. And they said wonder is what it's all about. We are on this plane of existence to enhance, create, and embark on new journeys, understanding, of spirituality, of ourselves, and the world around us. They're telling me now to take take the rods and see where they're going to go. Hold the rods here. Wow. You can't imagine how I feel right now. My energies feel so good. They feel refreshed. They feel like there's something good here. Okay, so I've got the rods. Sunshine, guides, please tell me what to do. They're saying hold the rods and just let them move at will. I can see them shaking. They're moving a little bit, but I can see them shaking. It's like they want to move, but they are stationary because it's like they're waiting for me to do something. Am I doing this right? Is this what I am meant to do? They're just shaking. The rods are just shaking in my hand. Um, is this a positive energy? Is this a positive energy that I need to embrace? Now they're moving closer together and they're touching at the tip. Will this help other people? Okay, will it help me? They're not moving, but there's just like this energy, this field of energy that's going on around them that is just making it feel like that they're not listening, but they are. Are you listening to me? Am I holding this too tightly? Am I holding the rods too tightly? I get the feeling that I am. Okay, they're saying put it down. So I'll leave them outstretched, but I'll put them down. What should I do now? I'm going to take the cards. The tarot cards? Yes. Okay. Again, this is very new. This is entertainment only. Um, but let's see what happens. These cards have never been shuffled. They are in the tarot for new cards. These are brand new cards. So telling me to shuffle them nicely. Oh, they shuffle really well. I've never shuffled these cards. I've never actually used them. There's a story that goes along with them. So get this good mix here. These are brand new cards. I have no idea what they're going to tell me, but I'm going to let them speak through the cards. Are you going to speak through the cards? Yes, they will speak to us through the cards. They will speak to me through the cards. I don't know. They seem to imply that this is more for me than for anybody else, but maybe other people can become inspired by it. As I said, I've never done this before, and it feels nice. The energy feels very nice right now. It feels like all of the things that I wanted to do readings on, I had other things in mind to do readings on, and they told me to scrap them. They just said scrap it, and that's the words that they used. They said scrap it, Yvette. You don't need to do readings on this stuff. The other people are reading on it. You don't need to do it. You don't need to subject yourself to negative energy. That's what they're telling me. So let's feel like I don't know if they're like, yeah, yeah, I guess they are okay. It just everything feels just different. I mean, the cards feel different. The energy feels different. Everything feels just really kind of amazingly different. Oh, and they told me to stop shuffling, so let me see what they have to say. They're giving me first the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is based on my understanding about this particular card. This is about unification, coming together, joining, and uniting. And what they're telling me is that I am a force for unity in the world. I am a force to help unite people through my actions and through my words and my ideas and my thoughts. And they said that this is a very significant moment for me because this is going to determine for me how I contend with issues moving forward. And the movement of energy through this is me constantly giving energy. So it's like love. That love is only powerful when it's shared. And that everything that we do in life should be shared. We should share of our harvest, of our light, of our spirituality, of our hopes, dreams, and fulfilled wishes. And they are telling me to keep going. It's crossed by the devil. And this is all that negative energy that could come forward if we allow it to come forward. We have a choice. What I'm drawn to are the two triangles here. And one is blue and one is red. And this has nothing to do with politics. This has nothing to do with right and wrong. It has to do with choice. And it has to do with decisions about our lives and where we are going with them and what we are doing with them. And my guides are very, very emphatic. This is not about right and wrong. It's not about who's right, who's wrong. This is about creating harmony through the choices that we make in our lives. In the immediate past, we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is to me about working towards the attained or the the aspired good that could come from learning and understanding ourselves and our lives and the world around us. They just told me to stop. When I don't talk too much about the cards, it's because they're telling me, stop, you've said enough about it. The Excuse me. In the immediate past, we have the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is also about having enough. And it's when I'm looking at this, what I'm seeing is this image. I don't know if you can see it very well, but the image has a scale, like a scale of justice, or, a weight, a scale of weighing. And what they are weighing is the good and the negative, the good and not good. The good is symbolized by a heart, and the negative is symbolized by a skull, like a Halloween image. And this is the finding that balance. It's everything here is about balance. It's about finding the balance within oneself, of creating a positive shield around ourselves where we are able to explore our spirituality, by all the while weighing that there are going to be people who do not understand, and that they're going to be people who are like, yes, embracing this, and they're saying, okay, this is great, this is good. Now, what my guides are saying is that it doesn't matter how many people watch this video, and it doesn't matter how many people subscribe to the channel. It does not matter. What matters is sharing this information and giving something to those who are willing to listen. And that's the balance. Everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to have a big audience, or, have people hear what they have to say and embrace what they have to say. But it is about finding the balance between not just having people listen, but having something worthy of being listened for. That is, saying something that is going to be worthy of having an audience, having people hear you. The overarching energy is the Eight of Cups. And what I'm seeing is with these Cups cards is that they're all kind of the same in this deck. They are all the same, and it's all this balancing stuff that's going on. And maybe this has something to do with the game that is presented with the cards. But but one of the things that is kind of interesting here is that the Eight of Cups has the letter B on the tree, and the Nine of Cups has the letter C on the tree. Now, this could be that these cards just look the same, and that the meaning behind them could be the same, or they could be something different. I'm not really sure. But my guides told me to use this deck, so that's what I'm doing. But this is the Eight of Cups is about bringing things to fruition. That's what they're telling me. They're saying it's bringing to fruition. So you have the choices, and then you have to bring that choice. Once you make that choice, then that choice will be brought to fruition through action and responding. Um, in the immediate future, we have the Ten of Cups, and I love this card. It has hope in the top, right up here. There, it says hope. I just think that is so powerful. This is what we hope for the future. This is our happy families, our happy connectedness, being coming together to create a new world, a new state of consciousness, a new, one at a time. Light workers are creating this new light. They're we're creating this consciousness that is absolutely empowering. Let's see. Um, I actually, with the Celtic cross, I actually changed something on my cheat sheet. And what it was I said that external, that the seven, because we had fears and we had another fears card, and that seemed wrong. And what it actually came out to be is externally what's going on in the world around you, as this card is as this card is this next card is being expressed. Externally, you have the Five of Wands. This is the chaos. So what we're seeing externally outside of ourselves is we're seeing a lot of chaos going on. And what we are trying to do is we're trying to figure out how to contend with that chaos. Now, the Five of Wands is generally about conflict and about contending with conflict and how people contend with conflict. In the Rider-Waite deck, it has five people, and they're like flashing their wands against each other, and they are all five in different colored shirts. And that is exemplified by this idea that these people are in constant conflict with each other because they have differing views and differing ideas. And so this is what people see externally, that we have these different views and different ideas of how to deal with everything. And light workers are trying to come together and unite behind one idea, whereas everybody else is kind of just going, I'm right and everybody else is wrong. And so you've got that conflict going on, and you've got the people trying to contend with that sort of conflict, that sense that there is something going on outside of ourselves that we have no control over. So why do we get involved? Why do we raise our wand to get involved in that conflict if we ourselves are we have a higher idea in mind? How we see ourselves is judgment. So we do judge ourselves. We are the harshest judge of ourselves, of anybody, of anything. We will judge ourselves more harshly than anybody else could judge us. And so we have to reel that in, and we have to say, okay, look, I'm not perfect. I'm in this human experience to learn. And how do I learn? Through mistakes, through making decisions that may not have been the right decision, but that is our that is our fate, in a sense. I mean, it's not. They're saying we are not here to judge ourselves, to cast aspersions about ourselves. We are here to recognize that we will judge ourselves more harshly than anybody else ever could. And so what we have to do is we have to embrace the fact that this is what we do. This is how we handle certain situations. We judge ourselves, or we judge those situations, and we try to create. Um, we have to create our own ideas about what we think of ourselves and how we look at ourselves and view ourselves. And I cannot stop shaking. My hands are shaking and the cards are shaking and everything's shaking. And it's like the energy is so powerful. It's just unbelievable. Um, Hopes and fears is the Four of Wands. This is the comfort, the home, the security, the, the place of respite that we are all wanting in our lives. We want to have a sense that we are in a safe and secure place, that we are being provided for and taken care of, and that all of the things that are happening in our lives are not based on um, looking outward, but instead of looking inward, not just in our homes and in our physical, space, but also in our spiritual space where we reside within ourselves, how we are able to connect with our guides, with our guardians, with the things that are uh, beyond us. So that's what this is about. It's not just about physically having a place to rest our heads and to, to have enough of what we need, of the necessities of our lives, but rather to have that sense that we are in a safe place, that we are in a safe harbor, if you will, that we are internally connected to the source, and that the source is God or the goddess or energy, universe, whatever you want to call it, that all of these things are connected, and that we have to find that safe space in ourselves within. And there's a saying that pops into my mind. It's called who does the people who do not go within go without. And that is very powerful. And that is in connection to the Four of Wands, that we have to have that sort of that spiritual home within ourselves that we can express and we can find and validate the things that are going on in our lives. And the final outcome is the Ace of Cups. That means we are overflowing with energy, vitality, life, love, joy, jubilation, all of the things that we really want to aspire to create in our lives that we need in order to come to a new understanding of ourselves. We have to have that overflowing of positivity, of good I keep getting the song "Good Vibrations," those kind of things coming into our being, and creating that soul center where un, we are unified with not only with ourselves but with our guides, with our spiritual teachers, with our all of the things that make up who we are spiritually. We are connected to them. We are united with them. It could be through Akashic records. It could be through our guides. It could be through prayer. It could be through meditation. It could be through any number of things. But a combination of these things, it could also, uh, create that. So what we have to do is we have to, if we want to find that inner joy, we have to look within. We have to look within ourselves so that we can find that inner joy, so that we can find that peace and that unity within ourselves, that we are doing it right, that the we are doing the dance, if you will, of spirit. And this is something that I think is extremely, extremely profound. And these cards, as I said, these cards I have not used. I have not used these cards at all for anything, but these are going to be the cards I will use for spiritual readings. Unless my guides tell me otherwise, then I'll use these cards for that. But what I am getting is they're telling me that I will be doing more spiritual readings and I will be doing less of the other. and the card that fell from the deck was the Moon. So, and beneath that is the Ten of Cups again. So we will be, I will be exploring more spiritual concepts and more spiritual ideas in the coming days and weeks on the channel, because I really am I'm feeling drawn to that. And I think that the people who watch the channel, um, I think that you will all understand why it is that I'm doing this, because I need to get away from the negative energy. I need to get into a place where I am able to explore how I feel about certain things and not be drawn into constantly trying to understand what's going on outside the world, as opposed to understanding what's going on inside of me. And I think that this is very, very important. So what I did was, I'm being drawn to this gilded Reverie. This is from Ciro Marchetti. I love Ciro Marchetti's stuff. This artist is so amazing, and the cards are just beautiful. So, and this, so let me see what my guides want to tell me with these cards. Uh, do you have any more messages for me with regards to these cards? Do you have any more messages for me? And they just popped this one. And this is this card. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like wheat being turned into a whip. And I'm not sure, what can you tell me about this card? They're saying that we have to whip ourselves into shape. That we have to whip ourselves into spiritual shape, that we have the potential, we have the means in which to do something good, but we must focus on going back to the basics. You're doing good as you go along, but the important idea is to not just be able to create something huge or big, as in the case with the whip and the wheat or whatever it is that's behind it. But you have to be able to go back to the basics in order to create the things that you need to create. So don't sit in in this state of mind thinking um, that you have to turn around and create something really huge, but instead create something from the basics. Go back to the basics and find the things that need to be done and that need to be shared or created. Oh, they tell me. Okay, I put the cards, I landed upside down on my lap, and they're telling me to go with this. And the next card is the Sky. And this does not mean anything negative, they're saying that it means that use the tools that you have at hand to create the things that you need to create in your life. Now, this may not be what the cards initially are meaning, because I don't know all these cards, I don't know what all these symbols are, but they're saying that you have the power to create the ideas, the items that you need to create in order to move forward. And with this, they're saying that with these two ideas, use this as a use this as a tool to create this. The next card is the Stairway. I always see this as a Two of Wands type of energy. This is the choice. We have a choice how we are going to proceed in our lives. We can decide to go positive, we could decide to go negative. Whatever it is we decide to do, we have the power within ourselves to do it. They're saying you are on a journey, you're moving forward, you are moving towards the light. I felt an overwhelming sense of energy as I move towards the light. I'm finding the joy and the peace and the harmony that I need. And this card is about moving into that place. When I look at this, what I see is I see a light, and then I see the night. You know, it's like the day and the night. So it's like day and night. So the choice is going to be ultimately about which way we decide to go. Are we going to follow the light, or are we going to sink into energy that is negative, that is going to bring us down or bring us sorrow? And we have the choice as to how we proceed. And that's what this card tells me, that we have the choice how we proceed. We have the choice if we use this item to create something good or create something negative. We have the choice. We are on that journey to do that. And so that's what the cards are telling me. And I think that's where they want me to stop. Is that where you want me to stop? Yes. Okay. So that's what I got this time around. We'll see what happens in the next video that I do. But I'm getting the feeling that the guides want me to take a break, to allow my energies to just enjoy the moment and sink into that feeling of that I'm on the right track, that I'm doing what I need to do. I'm gonna grab the rods one time. Let's see if so this is just me wanting to do this. Sunshine, am I on the right track with this? Is this the message that you are trying to send to me today? And she's like, yes. Will there be more messages to come? Will you be sending me more messages in this way? No. Okay. Will there be messages coming in different ways? Will you be speaking to me through different means? Checking again. Um, will you be sending me messages through other ways? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Um, Sunshine, is there anything else I need to know today before we close? No. Okay. So I think we've got everything that we need. Okay. So that's what we got for today. Thank you for bearing with me while I work through this. I am going to try and do more things like this where I speak to my guides directly as opposed to just doing instant automatic writing or trying to read tarot without really feeling that connection. Um, the last two reads or the last few reads that I've done, I've really felt that connection to my guides, but I felt like they were sending me a message that I needed to do more when it comes to connecting with them and not just trying to use a cheat sheet or try to read the cards, but they're telling me you need to do more in terms of connecting with us while you do the readings. So what I'm going to try and do is in the future, I'm going to try and really connect with my guides during the readings as opposed to trying to do readings and trying to just get up long videos and where I'm rattling off like a tin can full of rocks. So that's what I'm going to try and do. And I hope that this will inspire you. Um, or just encourage you to connect with your guides and to connect with that energy, because I think that that is what the message is here. The message is to truly explore that part of ourselves that is divine. So I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you have a great day. I'll try to be on in the coming days to explore this a little bit further. But again, this is going to be day one in a new series that I'm going to try and do, and that is going to be the connecting to to the source, and we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And as always, namaste.